everyone, my name is Steins and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be reacting to Steins episode 23. Oh my gosh, it's the final episode. I cannot believe it that this is already the last episode. And yeah, this has been a crazy ride. Usually when I'm near the end of a series, I feel like I've been reacting to the show for ages. But with this show, I feel like it went by so fast, especially the last couple of episodes, you know, it has been so crazy, the whole Ocarina comeback, you know, it was so exciting, but that also makes me feel like, oh, we're already at the end, you know, it's so crazy, but I'm really excited to see how everything is gonna end and if they'll be able to get things back to normal again. Let's see, I'm definitely really excited, so without further ado, let's right into the episode, so let's go! Alright, I'm ready, so I'm gonna start the episode in 3, 2, 1, go. I see. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, because that's like the Amadeus program was the thing that connected Hiajo or Maho with Ocarina in the first place, but now was that Kagari though? Oh, but there he is. Ooh, things are going slightly different. Huh. Oh, nice! Nice! Oh, but he still got shot. But... yes! She's like, what? She has no idea what he's talking about. Oh, what? This still happened. Ooh. Oh, this is different. Oh, god. Wow. Mayushi. She would never shoot you. Aww. Ooh, plot twist. Yes. Oh, oh, here they come. They have to make it this time. Yes. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, this is the best Kagari moment we've seen in the entire Steins Gate series. Please make it. Oh no. It came after all. Yes, it went through. Yeah, yes. Okay, they made it. One new Ryan message. Oh! The roast. So epic. Ah! Oh! Oh my god! This is the younger Maishi. That must be so weird, picking up the phone and hearing your own voice. Oh, that would be so weird. Yeah, true. Like they're doing all of these things, but that's so funny. It's so that kind of conversation. back to this moment, episode 23 from the original Steins series. Oh, I never noticed. Even Maishi's name is on it. Oh. And now she's like, oh, it's like what I said through the phone. Yes! The slap! Oh, yes, and yeah. And then everything is the same as in the original Steins game. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Oh, even Maho is there in the older, slim version of Daru. Oh, yes. Psy. Kongru. Woohoo! She's like, what are you saying? Oh, her precious Upa. those are some deep words. Okay. There has to be an after credit scene. There has to be. There has to be a scene with Ocarina and Kurisu. Let me check how much time is left. Wait, why is my computer like this? Yeah, there's still about 2 minutes left. Yeah, there has to be an after credit scene. BC? Oh. Oh my god. They traveled that much in the past. Wow. Right, and he came to pick them up from the past? Wow. No, is this the end? This is not the way I was expecting it to end. Okay, okay, okay. I'll be right back with my full review of this episode and also the entire Steins Gate series. So, be right back. Alright, so that was episode 23 of Steins Gate Zero, and yeah, this is the end of the show. It's crazy how it went. It was an amazing finale though. There were a lot of unexpected things actually. I thought Steins Gate Zero wouldn't be able to surprise me anymore. I felt like we've already seen every possibility, but then they still changed things up to keep you interested in until the end, which was great. So one of the things that surprised me is, for example, the role Kagari played in this episode. In the previous attempts to change the timeline, she was still an interference, but she remained the interference, and after that she didn't really have the supporting role. But this time they changed it up, so she was still an interference in the beginning, but after Maishi stepped in and tried to convince her that it is her role to go back into the past, she sort of convinced Kagari, and later Ocarina managed to convince Kagari as well that it's good for Maishi to go into the past and to have faith that they'll come back eventually, even if that takes like multiple attempts with time leaping, time traveling. They'll come back. And that was like the final push for Kagari to also support and make it able for Maishi and Suzuha to travel to the past. So I thought that was really interesting, and it was great to see that Kagari also had this side to her. You know, that was really the best moment of Kagari we've seen in the entire Steins Gate Zero series. I like this side of her a lot more than that cutesy, child-like Kagari, you know, who acted like a little child in front of Mayushi. That was supposed to be cute, but I was like, stop acting like a 6-year-old. You're already like grown up, you know? You know what I mean? I don't know how old she is, by the way, but she acted a lot younger than she is. But to see her like really think for herself what she wants to do and really taking into consideration everyone's opinions and stuff, I like that side of Kagari a lot more. So I'm really glad they decided to give her a different role in the final episode. You know, we also saw her in the future with the short haircut. That looked really nice on her, by the way. So yeah, her role really changed a lot, and she still held that connection with the rest of the group. But thanks to her assistant, also Maishi and Suzuha managed to travel back to the past on time. So that was really nice. And then, you know, Maishi helped convince herself from the past to support Ocarine in that moment. And that was the same moment we saw in episode 23 of the original series, you know, with the slap. And then everything what happened after that is like what we saw in the original series. So that connection was done flawlessly. That was perfect. And then we got this credit scene, and after that was also really unexpected. I just expected to see like some interaction between Kurisu and Ocarina again for some reason. Like, we didn't really have a focus on her. I thought, you know, maybe just some sort of reunion or a hint to a reunion, like we ended the original series, you know, like we saw Kurisu at the end of episode 24, right? Or something, or someone that looked like her. Anyways, I was expecting something like that in this episode as well, but they just jumped to Suzuha and Maishi, who crashed into, what was that? It was like 80,000 years BC? Something like that. And we saw how Ocarina eventually managed to, you know, get them back home with another time machine they made probably in the future. And that's how he kept his promise towards Kagari as well. So that ending was also really nice, especially with the 2 stars at the end. I don't know if you guys noticed. Of course you guys noticed. You guys have probably watched the show a lot more often than I did. But those 2 stars at the end, I think those represented the Hikoboshi and Orihime that Maishi always kept talking about. You know, those 2 were finally able to meet again. And that's what those 2 stars probably represented. Which was a really nice detail they put in there. I really like that. Yeah, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, please look up the legend or myth of the Orihime and Hikoboshi. It was really interesting how they really focused on that legend in the Steins Gate series. Because we didn't have anything like that in the original one. But like I said, I just like that, you know, small detail at the end. But also, like I said, it was still surprising to see that kind of ending instead of some Ocarina and Kurisu moment. It kind of makes sense, like Kurisu didn't play a role in this series. Even if she did, it was in the form of Amadeus, which was an AI based on her memory, so it wasn't the real person herself. And with the Amadeus gone, there was nothing left of her memories or traces. You know, they had to wipe out everything to make the entire mission work. So it kind of makes sense. But at the same time, it's a little bit unfortunate, especially for all the Kurisu fans out there, you know, like I'm sure they hope to see a bit more of her at the end as well. But overall, really great final episode. It was like how I expected things to end, but with a few plot twists in between, which made this still really interesting to watch. So yeah, what did I think of the show overall? Yeah, this is mostly gonna be like a comparison between Steins Gate Zeros and Steins Gate, the original series. Did I think it was just as good as the original show? No. And I can explain this because the original show, when I first watched it, there were a lot more moments in which I was so surprised with all the plot twists and all the reveals. It made me like flabbergasted a lot more often. In comparison to that, this Steins Gate Zero series, I felt like it was a lot more predictable. We already knew what kind of person everyone was and what kind of role they are supposed to play. And even though we got introduced to a couple of new characters, we already can guess, because they're introduced as new characters, that they will also play an important role in this. But still, based on the people's positions and stuff, it was still kinda, predictable on which side they were supposed to be. For example, with the Professor Leskinen, from the very beginning, he was so suspicious. It was not a surprise that he would be one of the antagonists in this show. So, like, the surprise factor in this Steins Gate Zero series was a lot less compared to the original one. And also in comparison, this one was also a lot more complicated or harder to follow, in my opinion. Like, a lot of moments I were again like, what's going on? And I feel like Steins Gate or Steins Gate Zero is just a show you should binge watch. Just watch everything after each other, then everything is still fresh in your mind. I'm doing reactions, so I'm just reacting to one episode at a time, which also, takes a lot of time reacting to the entire show. So I had a lot of moments in which I thought like, oh, maybe I'm forgetting a detail that they showed in a couple of episodes before. So sometimes I was like, okay, yeah, this could be right, but I don't remember. So that's why this is a show you should binge watch, and also multiple times. I don't think anyone would get it in one time. Did you guys? I feel like I should watch the show again to actually understand everything, or at least most of the stuff. Yeah, maybe some of you guys got it in the first watch. Maybe. But that's so impressive if you got it in the first watch. Yeah, what made this show also more complicated is that it involved a lot more time traveling, time leaping, and unlike the original series, we also had a lot of different time periods. We even traveled to the future, to the past, to the present, and in the original series, we just had one time period, which they had to do over and over again. But here, there was a lot more time traveling involved, so you also had to think about, okay, where are we time-wise, And it was good that they showed like the exact date and time in some of the moments. But if you don't really pay attention to that, it's still quite hard to follow, So that's also what made the show harder to follow compared to the original one, I think. And also compared to the original one, this show also had a lot more action involved. There was a lot more fighting, because we had characters like Suzuha, Kagari, Moeka, and we had all those attacks from all these different organizations. And in the original one, we didn't have like a direct confrontation between the two sides, or maybe just one or two times, but here there was a lot more fighting, so that already gave also like a different atmosphere to this show, and I thought it was quite interesting. But overall, I thought the show was good. I must say, I thought the beginning was quite slow, and I was just hoping to see Hoin Kyoma, the crazy side of Okarin. That's what made the original Steins Gate series so good and so interesting, but because that was lacking in this show, it also took away a little bit of my excitement. So when Hoin Kyoma came back near the end of the show, it also brought back my excitement right away. I was like, I was hoping to see this for such a long time, and why are they showing this now, in episode 20 or something? It was just really near the end where things got really exciting and where the real comeback began. So I just thought the beginning was quite slow compared to the end. I was just hoping to see a lot more of the goofy side of Okarin. But yeah, you cannot have everything, right? But yeah, it was still an amazing show. I can imagine for the creator of this show, it must have been so exciting to think of like, oh, what kind of plot twist can we throw in this? Or how can we play with time in this particular scene, It must have been so fun to come up with this story, and as viewers it's also really exciting to think about this kind of stuff. So even though I had to use a lot of my brain power to follow this show, it was still really exciting, and it's unfortunate that it has to end, but it was a great journey. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my reactions to this show as much as I did watching the show. So if you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you can see my other reactions to other shows, you can always subscribe to my channel. But in any case, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you again in my other reaction videos. So thank you, and bye bye.